If you've ever had to choose between a salary and your peace of mind or something that you really love that didn't pay as much, stay tuned. We're going to go through a process that I think is going to help you make the best decision. Hi guys, I'm Eva Ford, author, mindset mentor and coach, and social worker. And on this channel, I talk about all the things to help you with your money mindset and to help you live your richest life. Now, if you're a subscriber to the channel, chances are you've heard me talk before about being in several online groups. And in one of the groups, a question came up from someone who was trying to make a decision between a job that was paying well and a job that would pay less well, but would offer that person an easier commute to work, less stress, much more time off. And that person was asking for feedback in the group. Now, before you automatically say, quit your job or no, go for the money, I want to talk a little bit about why someone might actually have a dilemma like this. What are some of the things that come up? And then I'm going to give you a formula to make the best decision for you if you happen to find yourself in a similar situation. All right, so first let's look at why someone might choose a higher salary. One of the first obvious reasons is we've got bills, we've got to live, we've got to eat. There's some things that we actually have to do, right? And the society that we live in has really kind of programmed us into this idea that money is king and that we really should be focused on getting more money. You might even have the misconception, if you're a subscriber to this channel, if you're watching this video, or if you just clicked on it and you saw Rich Social Worker, that that's all we care about here on this channel as well. Not true at all. But money is a staple of life. It is important. It is how we in our society have chosen to exchange value in many cases. So it makes sense that someone might choose a higher salary just because of the bills that they have. That's not to say that that's always the right choice, and we'll come back to that in a second. But let's look at another reason why someone might choose a higher salary over peace of mind. Now, another reason might be because we've got people that depend on us. If you're a parent, or if you take care of your elderly parents, or if there's a community or some responsibility that you've decided to take on for yourself that comes with a cost, you might decide to choose a higher salary over what you might perceive to be peace of mind in another position. And that is okay too if that's what you choose. A lot of times, especially for aging parents, they've got medicine that has to be bought. Their insurance has co-pays and things that you have to pay out of pocket first before the insurance kicks in. You yourself may have a medical issue or something that you're dealing with, and the job that pays the higher salary might be able to help you offset some of those costs as well. If you've got children have things like school fees and books and field trips and daycare, and all of that comes with costs as well. So you might decide that, hey, I need this higher paying salary because I've got all of these expenses in my life, and so that's the choice that you make. Another reason why someone might choose a higher salary is because they want to pay for the experiences they want to have. They want to pay for that vacation. They want to pay for those classes to help them get their license, or to help them finish school, or to help them acquire those additional continuing education credits, or they want to pay for an experience that's outside of education that costs money. And so someone else might decide that, hey, I'm going to work this job for now because I have these experiences in my life that I really want, and the only way that I can afford these experiences is to take this job that pays a higher salary. So those are some of the things to consider when you're considering whether you should keep your job with a higher salary or choose a job with maybe more peace of mind. So let's look at why someone might not choose to keep that higher salary. Well, we said it already, peace of mind. And how do you put a price on peace of mind? You can't. Listen, I've walked out of 2 jobs that I can remember right now because of peace of mind. One job, I was blatantly being disrespected to my face, and I said, you know what? My family doesn't talk to me like that, and they love me. There's no way in hell I'm going to let some stranger talk to me in a very disrespectful manner. This person doesn't know me. This person is insulting my ability, my competence, and is frankly infringing on my peace of mind. I love that job so much, but when that company brought in that supervisor that was not a happy person and wanted to make everyone else as unhappy around her, I just wasn't willing to sacrifice that anymore for what I valued the most, which is my peace of mind. Did I take a severe pay cut in both of those instances? Yes, I did. Did I miss the work? I did. But do I regret leaving either one of those jobs? Absolutely not. I really support this thing. And if you are in a helping profession, or if you have anybody that you're caring about in your life, you have to be well enough for yourself in order to be well at all for any of the people that you care about. So this idea of peace of mind, nothing to play with at all. So that's one reason why someone might choose to not have a higher paying job, but to keep that peace of mind. Now, another reason why someone might decide not to keep a higher paying job is because they want to live out their dream. They maybe have been given a dream or given a desire or something that's burning in their spirit that they really want to do. And at some point they decide, you know what? It's not worth sacrificing my dream, sacrificing my hopes and my desires for someone else's dream on someone else's clock. I need to do this for myself. I know I found myself in that situation at one point in my life, and I have not regretted it one bit. I am, if you know anything about Myers-Briggs, a personality test, I am an ENFP. And so for ENFPs, for us, that kind of goes with the territory in a lot of instances. This may not be your personality type, and it may not be your story. But for many of us, many people in the world, we decide not to buy into this idea that you're born, you get a job, you work for someone else, and then you die. Life for a lot of us has to be so much more than that. So if you are someone who has been given a dream, or maybe when you were a child you had an idea of what you wanted to do, but you maybe have let it die or you've suppressed it, I really want to encourage you to revisit that, pick that back up. And if at some point the desire becomes so loud in you that you really start to have this conflict of, oh, should I live out my dream or regret not living it out? But oh no, I'm going to leave behind this high-paying job. Really sit with yourself. Take some time. Maybe talk to a counselor, talk to a therapist, talk to some friends. Get it out there. Wrestle with it if you have to. But some people who have gone through this process really decide that it's much more worth going after their dreams than this high-paying job, because chances are your dreams, if you go after them, the money will follow you. A lot of times it's just a matter of stepping out there on faith. So if you want me to talk a bit more about how you can actually do that and what it might look like and what some of the steps to do that are, let me know in the comments. That's what this channel is for. That's what I'm prepared to share with you and help you work through. And that's a thing that a lot of people may choose to turn down a high-paying job for, to live out their dreams, and there's no shame in that. Okay, now you're going to want to watch my video on how to challenge your mindset and to create a wealthy social work mentality. If you haven't already seen it, I'm going to put it right here. I'm also going to put it in the description. But instead of telling you what to do, if you find yourself in a situation like this, I want to give you a formula that you can use to help you make the best decision for you. And it's a formula that you're probably already pretty familiar with, but I'm going to spell it out here. And it's asking what, it's asking how, and it's asking which. Now, the first thing that you're going to do when you're making this decision is you're going to ask yourself what. What are you actually think is going to happen if you leave this job? What might happen? Like, worst case scenario, will your family turn its back on you? Will you get kicked out of your apartment or your home? Will you end up living under a bridge with a blanket around you begging for food? I don't know, but consider what's the worst that could happen if you left this job. Really consider that. And you're also going to want to consider what's the best thing that could happen. If you were to leave that high-paying job or not take that high-paying job, what's the best thing that could happen, okay? Because a lot of times, the way our brains work, our brains are kind of wired to keep us safe, and they're wired for survival mode. So a lot of times we stop at just like worst case scenario, but I want you to go a step further and think of best case scenario. What's the best thing that could happen when you actually don't do this thing, don't take this high paying job, or if you leave this high paying job and actually live out your dreams or follow peace of mind or follow the thing that you actually want to do? What's the best thing that can happen? You're also going to ask how. How could you actually make this work so that leaving this job or not taking this higher paying job still works out in your favor? Maybe it means supplementing your income. It could work if you supplemented your income, or it could work if you were to get a family member to volunteer to take care of the kids, or it could work for you if you were willing to cut back on some of the extra things that you pay for in life, like Netflix or going out to movies or going out to dinner all the time. But consider, how could it actually work for you if you weren't to take this job, or if you were to leave this higher paying job? All right, and the last thing I want to encourage you to ask is which are the most empowering things that you can think to support you in making the best decision? Which friends can you call on that are going to provide the best, most supportive, most loving, most honest advice to you? Which communities can you reach out to help you make your decision in this transition? Which resources can you tap into to really make sure that when you're making this decision, that it's a good one for you? And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm hopefully giving you these tools so that you can make the right decision for you. Not everybody is going to leave their higher paying job for peace of mind right now. Some people are going to watch this video and they're going to be able to find a different perspective and peace of mind within the job that they have already. Some people may watch this video and decide, you know what, I need to leave my job, or I need to find, listen to this, a higher paying job with less stress. Any scenario is possible, but which empowering beliefs do you need to adopt to be able to support you while you're going through this and trying to figure out what to do, okay? You're gonna also wanna watch my other video on this channel that talks about changing your money mindset and having empowering beliefs, and hopefully that can help you as well as you're going through this transition and making this decision. In the next video, I'm gonna be sharing another case example, so you'll wanna stay tuned for that. In the meantime, you know what to do. Like, comment, share, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, turn on that notification bell, and I'll see you next time. Bye.